Oh my gosh. All right, so this is the live. I was trying to label it, but it wouldn't let me label. I don't know why, but whatever. So I'm doing a live stream right now, which is painfully obvious. It is evident that I am doing a live. And yeah, I decided I wanted to come and talk to you about, my transition, um, from being in the jungle to the Megwal or the Chinese to the American. Um, I gotta say, man, like let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. Hold on. Let me get my shit all like alright. I do gotta tell you something. Like I find Americans like very easily offended at anything. And it's quite difficult to make any kind of friend. I think I've talked to you about this before, where it's just hard to make uh, a genuine friend. Everybody is fake around you. Everybody is fake. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much of that I missed. Okay, but anyway, just people are kind of fake. That's all I'm saying. Like, people are fake. Usually, I try to be very nice, and if I offend somebody, I make it up in a tip or whatever. But I don't look to offend anybody. I just try to be as polite as I can, you know, without kissing ass, right? But I think a lot of Americans they want their ass kissed, like they want their ass kissed. They want to be worshipped, and I'm like, I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna be nice to you. Right? Get offended. So I befriended one guy, waiter, really nice guy, and I asked him like because I noticed when I order stuff like it take them a long time to come. They don't come and stop by and say, "Oh, how you doing? What's going on?" And this particular bar, like, are you okay? Do you need something? Whatever. No, 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 no. Right. Um, and I just, I asked him, yeah, yeah, because he said you type famous in the back now, and I'm like, really? I'm famous there? Because I come like every like 2 or 3 days or something to write my novel and stuff. And so I got my computer and I got my spot. You know how I am. I like routine. When I was in Shanghai, I did the same thing. When I was at Green Tree Coffee, I used to go to the same place at the same chair and just talk with you and do all that stuff. That's just me. I like routine. And so I found a routine that I like. So I found a bar that I like. I found a drink that I like. And so I go to this place every 3 days. And then he says, "Oh, you're famous." And I'm like, "Famous for what?" And he's like, "Some of the girls saying something about you, and I had to go and defend you." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't say that to him, but I'm in my mind. What? You had to defend me for what? And in my mind, I'm like, for what? And he's like, I had to defend you. I told him you're a really cool guy or whatever. So in some way, I guess by asking for service, I have offended one of these glass-hearted bitches, right? Right? Like you're a glass-hearted bitch, and what did I fucking do to you? Like I give you a freaking tip. If I'm spending like $60, right? I'm giving you like 20, 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm overcompensating for that shit. Like $60, that's like 30%. You know? And I'm not asking much for you. I don't ask that much. I ask for a few beers each time. If you notice, I ask for 3 beers each time I'm there. So I'm only gonna call you like 3 times or something like that. If you ain't coming to see how I'm doing. And they just get offended by the most dumb shit, man. And I'm in this place where it's all white folks. White women get offended at any type of shit, man. I'm doing my part-time job because I'm doing that to pay off this loan, and I have to endure stuff like my boss. Like I think he detests me, or he just don't like me at all, or he's just like apathetic to who I am, or he don't respect what I've done or what I'm doing. You know, uh, we had a meeting. He asked me, "So you doing okay? What's going on?" And he's like, "Is there anything I can do?" And I tell him my concerns. I think I told him 2 concerns. He brushed them off. He didn't be like, "Yo, maybe I could fix this somehow." Blah blah blah. No, he just brushed them off. Like this person is the teacher of the year. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, yo, yeah, she's a bit micromanaging. So I don't have to have her anymore, but I'm just saying I wasn't really complaining about her. I'm like, yeah, yeah, she's a bit micro, but she's the teacher of the year. We've seen progress. You got to go with the metrics and the reports. I was like, yeah, I'm not complaining about her. I'm just saying she micromanages. It was like a nod, like she's like a super micromanagement person, right? He ain't even wanna, because I was like kind of fishing. He didn't even want to see that. He was like, nah, she's a perfect teacher. And I know in his heart that like she get on his motherfucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? Right? But you gotta keep it professional. Yeah? What's up? What's up, Earl? What's up, Braylon? And so I come in this morning and he's, this guy, he just treated me weird. Um it's not adversarial, it's like this you don't exist. Like I don't respect what you do. You don't like this kind of thing. And I see his computer and it got transgender stuff on it and all that other stuff. So if you in with transgender shit, you also into BLM, like Black Lives Matter, right? And I'm a black guy. My life don't matter. Is this all just freaking cosplay for you? Right? I'm a black guy. Do my life matter to you? Like how you treat me as a human being? And I come in to work and he says, before I'm like 30 feet away. I watch him say good morning to the kid that's coming out the car or to the parent that's coming out the car to bring their kid inside before they even come inside, you know. And I say, oh, good morning. I'm like, good morning. But like very, I guess I'm jubilant or just below excited, like just like a happy person, like, hi, how you doing, mister? And he's just like, I'm fine. And I'm like, motherfucker, like I just said, hello, how are you doing? Right? And you should say, right? If we stick in the script, you should say, I'm doing fine. How you doing? No, I'm fine. And then whatever he sees me, he kind of just brushes me off like I'm some kind of piece of shit. And I'm about to like maybe the next time I'm just about to like confront him. Like, what's the deal? Like, why you treat me like whenever I come to you, when I talk to you or I say something to you, you kind of like melancholy. Like you, the way you talk to me, the way you treat me, I don't like the way you treat me. Right now, I had that with my other boss. Like sometimes he would talk to me in a way, and then I just nipped it in the bud. I'm like, yo, stop. Can you stop talking to me in that way? I don't like the way you speaking to me. And then after that, he like respected me. After that, like we had a good rapport. We end up being like pretty decent, like co-workers. And even I could even call him a friend, right? And he's my supervisor. I could even cause I nipped that in the bud, and I was like, "Yo, I don't like the way you speak to me, the way you talk over me, the way you like condescend me. That don't work with me, you know." And I don't know if I got to do it with this guy. Like, if I got to say this to him because um, the way he's talking to me, I don't like it. And in general, the way Americans, like, they're so fake. They're not real. Like, everything is a caricature of who they really are, you know? Uh, and it's like, I'm just talking to you out of obligation. And when you at your job, it's like, I'm just dealing with you out of obligation. And it's like all Americans think that I don't go to work to be a friend. I don't go to work. And I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying you got to befriend everybody, but I'm saying, like, if you're spending one third of your life, more than one third of your life at a place, wouldn't it be prudent to make acquaintances, make friends in that place? Because you're spending one third of your life there. So that means if I lived to 65, I'm spending like 22.333 or something like that years at a certain area. And that you're saying that I shouldn't take anything out of it except money. And that's how I think every like Americans are now. So many Americans. I'm not getting anything out this job except money, and then some friends I like, I'm gonna talk to them, and then fuck everybody else. And I'm about to turn into like Randy Flagg, man. Like, fuck all y'all. I just do my thing. You know, I got two people that they understand who I am. You know, and they kind of respect me on a certain level. Like, and even though they keep everything professional, they're very kind, and you could tell that it's genuine. It's not full of shit. But I find like most of the other people are just it's just full of shit. And sometimes I have like and I get pissed off because I got like a 25-year-old telling me what to do, you know. And I'm like, you like what 27? She's probably 27 to 30, right? Telling me what I need to be doing, what I need to do. I'm over 40, right? And she telling me what I need to do. How I got mad experience, right? Uh, in other countries, speak multiple languages, right? And the way they speak to you is so cold, or they treat you like you are below them. And that's the teachers, because I'm like the 2 to 1, the assistant kind of. But the way they talk to you, they don't build rapport. Like, if I'm your tutor in your class for a whole year, right? If I'm in your class for a whole year and I'm coming certain times, every day, Monday through Friday, and I'm coming to your class every day. Shouldn't you try to build a rapport with me instead of like thinking I ain't shit? Like, I'm there for a certain amount of time. I'm tutoring. I'm supposed to tutoring, and like she ain't really instructing me. Like, okay, I want you here. Maybe you take these two students. They got some problems or whatever. See what you can do with them. I can't take them out. I got two students in that particular class that ain't doing shit, and I'm just like, so you're gonna keep them ain't doing shit, not doing nothing, and not progressing. They just gonna every child, no child left behind. When I could probably take them out and bring them up to speed and help them out, they won't let me do that. Like, let me bring them somewhere where I could bring them up to speed. So the kid is just there and he's sitting there and he don't know shit, and the other girl's sitting there and she don't know shit, and you know the teacher, she don't really want me there, or she's apathetic to if I'm there or not. She's like, I don't need you, like some shit like that. And I'm just like, and I knew this teacher from the other school, and I was like, why you treat me like this? Like I ain't do nothing to you. I don't know you like that. Like at least treat me with like a human being with some kind of respect, you know. And it's just like super duper professional. It's just like you don't mean shit to me. You ain't nothing, you know. Um, and what I gotta do is I gotta start being not being nice and just like fuck y'all niggas, like on some shit like that. Like fuck y'all. I do whatever I want. I do what I want. I don't care how y'all feel. And I will speak to you how I like to speak to you. You know, still on a professional basis. But if you offend me, I'm gonna tell you. Stop talking to me. Stop doing. Because sometimes I'm passive aggressive because I like to be nice. Sometimes I like to please everybody, and that's one of my problems, right? Even with the waitresses thing, like you don't respect me on a base level, or you pretend to respect me when I'm probably giving a better tip than most of these people in here. And I'm in a place that, well, you got all these rich people owning yachts, and I bet you they still giving you 13%, 14%, right? I'm giving you 30% every time I'm there. You know, so now I'm gonna start lowering my freaking tips. So fuck them niggas. Like, so if you talking about me like that, and money talks, bullshit. Whoa, that's what I'm saying. But I think a lot of some of them are, I wouldn't say, I don't say, and maybe envious or just pissed off. You got a black man with money, you know that spent his money or invested his money wisely. You're like, how does he have this? Or he thinks he's above us. I don't. But you think I think that I'm above you. I don't think I'm above you. I try to be as humble as fucking possible. But you could tell when people hate you, um, or people don't like you, or people look at you in a different way because you going in there every other day and you spend a certain amount of money, and they calculating that shit. They pocket watching your ass, right? And they're like, why I can't be like that, or how the fuck he make it, right? So he says, yes, one should be gracious to have working relationship. Yeah, I mean, this guy, the way he talked to me, I'm like, or the way he dismisses me, like he don't want to deal with me. Like, you go to them, you say hello, and you got some people like you that say, they say, oh, good morning, Mr. Fields. You know, you come in, you walk in the morning, and they say, good morning, Mr. Fields, and you say, oh, good morning, Miss Jennings. How you doing? She's like, I'm doing fine. It's like today, the last person I left. She's like, how you doing? She always talked to me. Just she decided, oh, just gonna be friendly to this guy. You know, he's a nice guy. He's not doing, he's doing his work. He respect everything, and she's nice. And it's still working relationship, but she's being kind, right? She's like, how you doing? You know, when I left, I said, Happy Friday. You know, she said, how you doing? And I said, how you doing, Miss Jennings? She's like, Happy Friday. I said, Happy Friday to you. Which, I hope you have a nice weekend. She's like, what you doing over the weekend? Well, I said, my weekend, I got to take care of my kids, but, you know, I'm happy it's still Friday. And she's like, you just have a happy weekend, and I hope you get your rest and everything. And I'm like, thank you, Mrs. Jennings. I really appreciate that. You too. That's friendly. That's making you, when you leave, you like, okay, this lady's a nice lady, right? She want to see me succeed. And then you got the guy, the supervisor that's directly over you. If I walk by him and don't say nothing, he won't say nothing. He won't say how you doing or whatever. He'll even look away or look that way or look. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with you? Like, what's up with you? Like, why are you so cold and so like dismissive and shit? Like he looked down upon me, and I think like on Monday or maybe I gotta like nip that shit in the bud and be like, yo, the way you address me, I'm not comfortable with it. Like the way you speak to me, I don't like it. Like, so am I doing something that you don't like? Because up until now I've been very pious and kind of and I'm kissing ass, almost kissing to the point of kissing ass. And it's just like that's not flag, but it's like, yo, I want to show this dude respect because first off, he's the dean of students, and second of all, he's one of the only male people in this place. And I think we should all have each other's back. Like the other male, he's cool with me. Like, and he just keeps it professional. He's like, "What's up, dude?" And I'm like, "Yo, what's up, bro? Like, how you doing, brother?" I say, "How you doing, brother? Good morning, brother." And he's friendly and he keeps it cordial and everything. And there's a way to keep it professional, and then there's a way to be like I'm just gonna be a nasty nigga to him. And I think this guy, uh, uh, he just finding ways to be kind of is borderline nasty and dismissive, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm gonna have to talk to him. I might have to talk to him. I'm gonna give it a few days. I might give it like a week and see where it is, and if you keep demonstrating this behavior, because I'm not the type to go run to the supervisor. I'm gonna talk to you, and then if we don't get along, then we just don't get along, and then you're gonna have my new attitude. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the new flag, and that's how I'm gonna treat you. And that's how I'm gonna treat you. And if you want to let me go, to the best of my ability, or most of the teachers find me valuable. The other teachers find me valuable except one. She don't find me valuable. She don't talk to me. She don't address me unless I gotta address her. I try to respect her in all the way she can. Hey, she from England and shit. You know, um, I guess the way they present themselves to people maybe is a different culture or whatever. But like the way she interact with me is kind of like she the type of person that only come to you when you do something wrong or when you make a mistake. So it's not like she see me like, how you doing? It's just like super professional. I don't know if it's because I'm a man or if it's because I'm black or if it's because of my title and she don't respect it. But I'm gonna start changing. That's all I know. Because the flag can change. You know what I mean? Like if I'm coming to you, heart on my sleeve, respect on my sleeve to you, and if you acting like all certain way, and this is to everybody, not only to people at work, but to those people, you go to the bar and all stuff, they want to say some shit or they want to pretend, and I'm like, yo, all right, money talks, bullshit walks. So now it ain't the 30% or 25%. Now you get 10% fucking what do you call it? Gratuity, right? And you can spit or do all that shit in my drink because I don't give a fuck. Them girls is hot as hell. So, bitch, I will drink your spit. Bitch, I will drink your piss. You look hot. You say I will drink your motherfucking bathwater. Okay, so do your thing. I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? The flag is good with it. The flag is good with it, bro. So this is the flag. I'm out. Like I'm going to bar now to write my thesis. Okay, so I'm writing my novel. I'm gonna present it to y'all at some time. It's not gonna be for probably 2 years when I publish it, cause I'm public. This is getting published. All right, this is getting published. That's my word. I ain't leaving out this program till I get some shit published. That's all I gotta. That's what I'm talking about. Some big name publishing house because I was born to be a writer. I wasn't born to be no goddamn teacher's assistant. So this is Flag. I'm out. Peace. Like and subscribe. Um, yeah. Stay sharp, people. Stay sharp.